Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, all of you beautiful listeners. Welcome back to the GeniusCast Season 4. I am pre-recording this. This is February 11th, and y'all are going to be seeing this next Friday, because over the next couple weeks, I'm going to be moving into my new house, and that's going to be a lot of crap going on there, but we're getting a bunch of stuff done here. But last time we talked to Damien Gamer 727, the creator of the Genius Night Next Genius fan games. Go and listen to that episode if you haven't heard it yet. But today, my friends, we are interviewing one of the many Five Nights at Wario's fan games developers out there. There's quite a few, but I have settled on the first one of them to talk to, LuigiAiden. How are you doing, man?
Doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing good. Good to have you on the show, man. We're going to be asking you some stuff, courtesy of the beautiful listeners. Some stuff about how you learn to code, your games, upcoming stuff. We'll be getting into a lot of different things here. So, are you ready to dive in, Mr. Aiden?
Of course. Of course I am. There's
right.
never say no.
Never say never. So, if you guys would like to be on future episodes, or would like to ask questions, rather, be sure to keep an eye out for my community tab posts, my tweets, and join my Discord server, link in the description. I have a channel in there dedicated to that. But if you ask me a question, we will have it on the show. So, if you want to be on the show, be sure to do that. All right, we're going to start off, as per usual, with our community tab questions. And we're starting off with Cora Admire. And she says, do you think I can help out with voice acting in your games? Are you looking for voice actors?
If I'm honest, definitely for like future games I'm doing. It depends though, because for the brand new Timeline series, I actually plan to have Rosalina have a real voice from any voice actress, to be honest. So maybe if they're up for it, they could come join my Discord server or find me on Game Jolt or something.
Okay, all right, Cora. There's your answer. If you can be Rosalina, man, that would be cool. I think she'd like that. But she also added in there, only asking out of curiosity because I want to help voice act for people even in their games because I'm a pretty good voice actress. So I guess I guess you'll be the judge of that. But
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, all right, good to know. Well, I'm looking for a Rosalina voice actor, Cora. So go for that. All right, our next one is from Black Anto or just Anto. Okay, that's what we're going with. Okay, Black Anto. Well, we're reading your question now. Apologies for that. Are you proud of how your games turned out?
If I'm being honest though, at first I get this anxiety of releasing things, but when I get testers to test it out and they have like no problem whatsoever, they just honestly say the game is fine stuff. But yeah, honestly, it depends on how the game is. For the brand new Timeline games, one, it depends, honestly. But two, I'm still proud of it, from how I did it. And it was still fun how it was made, if I'm honest.
I will say that 2 is, having played both, 2 is a huge step up from the first one. I think they both play fine, but I think the second one is definitely, you can tell that you, like, learned how to do a lot more things with the second one compared to the first one, because I remember playing the first one and I was like, yeah, this is a pretty basic, like, you know, Five Nights at Wario's Origins type deal, but then, you know, you learned how to properly do, like, camera system and door closing and all of that in the second one, so I'm pretty interested to see how the third one's going to be, considering you are basing that off of Wario's 2, right?
That's correct.
And I'm sure we will come to questions about that later on, because I think that's the most notable project that you're working on as of right now. So I think somebody asked about brand new Timeline later, so we will get to that. So
that sounds good. Oh yeah, I was about to say for brand new Timeline 2, someone did mention that it has some Mactonite 2 remastered gameplay with like the mechanics.
Yeah, I think they get that from, you don't see the characters at your door. You have to, like, watch the cameras, and then when they disappear or appear there, you got to close the door, because there's no, like, animation of Wario and Waluigi appearing at the doors. You just have to watch the cameras and wait for them to appear in the respective cameras on your left and right side. So I like that aspect of it, because I like games that require you to always watch the cameras. And I talked about that with Damien in the last episode. I respect FNAF fan games that actually have you watching the cameras, because there's so many games that don't do that. There are so many games that, like, the cameras are just completely useless. And isn't that what FNAF is all about? Watching cameras and, like, using those to your advantage to prevent yourself from dying a horrible death. I mean, a lot of fan games just use office elements instead of using the cameras. So any game that does that, I like that, and that's what you did. So points to you on that.
Thank you. Yeah.
But yeah, that's the Mac to Night 2 remastered elements I feel like people have spotted, but there may be some other things in there. I only got up to Night 3, so I need to play more of it to see what other things you implement in there. But
yeah, exactly.
were you inspired by Mac to Night Remastered at all by making that, or did it just so happen that that's the kind of thing you were going for?
Well, basically, the maker of The Office, when he made that style, I'm just like, what if I do some Mac to Night 2 inspiration in it?
So you actually did have that inspiration.
Yes, that is true. Some inspiration for it.
That's very interesting. So people like unintentionally put together that you had actual Mac to Night 2 remastered inspiration in that. That's interesting. But
yeah. Now I can call Luigi the Hamburglar.
You know what? That's another thing. I didn't even put that together either. I just knew that, okay, you hear the thumpy and you gotta watch out for Luigi in the vents. So I had been so long since I played Mac to Night 2 Remastered that I had forgotten, like, yeah, you have to watch the cameras, make sure they don't get in. You hear the vent sound, you go in there. There are more similarities than I thought. So, but it's a good game to take inspiration from. Mac to Night 2 Remastered is such a good game. That's one of...
I still love the game now. It's still one of the best games I played, if I'm honest.
It holds up really well. It's like...
It does.
Compared to the original second game, like the remaster of the original Mac to Night was really good. I enjoyed that one, but like you wouldn't even think that that's what it was based off, like considering the differences. Like it's the office is like almost like 3D looking, and then just the mechanics are so much different. You would not, if you were not told that was Five Nights at Mac to Night 2 remastered, I wouldn't have even thought that that's what the game was based on. Honestly, that's how different the two games are.
Not a lot of people have told me that, actually.
Yeah, I would think so, but it still remains to be one of my favorite games from Mallrat. I think Lost Ones 2 Remastered it's always about remastering the second game of something. It seems like he's got a streak with that, but that's a good one. I'm still a fan of Mac 3. That's a really good one too. It sounds like the Lost Ones Treasure Island is gonna be a banger once he's able to finish that, because I don't know how much you've seen of that game.
Yeah, here's something that will shock you. I have never played the third game whatsoever.
Oh, Mac 3?
Yeah.
You should. It's one of the more unique ones because it's all because all of them have like a similar kind of structure to them. Most of them are in the McDonald's location, but then the second one's in that warehouse. But this one is on a boat, and and the mechanics are based around water. So that's a really unique... I recommend giving it a try. It's got a lot of unique elements in it, and...
I must say, taking place in a boat is interesting.
It is, and I've only seen it happen one other time. It was the second version of Dream Come True by Animated Adam HD, who now refers to himself as Squeaks the Corgi. And but that was... You know, that particular game also took place on a boat, but it didn't really... It made use of a couple of mechanics on a boat, like you used the boat's horn for something, and a couple other things, but you didn't really get to see a lot of the boat, because a lot of what was going on was in the office. But with Mac 3, once again, Mickey was able to make it where you had to utilize the cameras a lot, particularly for Hamburglar, and you'll see when you play the game. But... and I remember actually being a pretty big component in a lot of how that game was made. I think I came up with Hamburglar's mechanic, or at least was like helped with it, and I think I helped come up with the water mechanic. There's a lot of stuff in there that I helped with, including me being the phone guy. So you'll hear a familiar voice when you listen to that. But
you're voicing it?
Yeah, I'm the phone guy in that game. So
awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I reprised my role after Mac to Night 2 but it makes more sense because Mac 3 is not canon. It takes place in a different timeline compared to the other Mac games. So in that timeline, like I don't know if I'm supposed to be the same guy in another timeline or if it's just a different guy that sounds like me. That's obviously doesn't really need to be stated because it's not canon, but I don't know. I've never really thought about if anybody asked, like, is the character I'm voicing, is that the same guy in an alternate timeline or is it somebody different? But I've never really thought about that. Anyway, play it. You should definitely give it a shot. It's good.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
All right, our next one is from we got on a long tangent there. Our next one is from Adriana Kanska. What games have you voice acted in?
Okay, the games that I have voice acted in, Trapped Within, and Return to the Factory 2.
That's right. Wait, were you the phone guy in Return to the Factory 2?
No, that was Epic Taggy. No.
Oh, that was Teiji. Okay, who were you
No,
in?
I was that officer screaming in the background.
That's right. Okay,
If I'm honest here, I am not proud of that line anymore, but we just still keep it for memories, though, so I can laugh at myself. Back when I was like 15 years old. Now I'm like 18 years old, legal age, so I can just make fun of my kid self.
Gosh, that's right. That game was in 2020, so that was
Yeah.
3 years ago almost. Crap. God,
Did
I
you know
remember
I made
playing
it
that,
this?
dude. I remember playing that and like I can't remember exactly when it came out. I wasn't able to play it until like November of 2020, but it came out before that. But dang, man, time is going by too fast. Way too fast.
Yeah.
So you were. Go ahead.
I think I found out when it came out.
Oh, wait, really? When?
It was. Oh, I think I remember it was around October 28th, to be exact.
Okay, so I wasn't like super far behind in it. I think it was.
Yeah, you weren't.
Yeah, there were probably some elements that kept me from getting on it day one. But so you were the officer in that game. I briefly played Trapped Within. I never played much of that. I need to play through that full game, honestly. But what was your role in that game?
I forgot his name. I think I was a guy named either Michael or Adam. I don't remember the name, to be honest. I have to look back into that. It's been a while since I've looked at Trapped Within things. But a 2.0 is coming out, though.
Oh, is it? Well, there's my opportunity to go back to it then. So.
Yeah, I'm not voicing it, unfortunately, but it's okay.
Man. Well, I'm sure you will. I'm sure Jeb will probably bring you back for Return to the Factory 2, because he's doing a whole 2.0 on that as well, isn't he?
It's canceled, actually, unfortunately.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When did he cancel that?
Well, December 19th, he released the MFAs of Return to the Factory 1, 2, the 1.0s, and the 2.0 of the first game.
Oh, why did he do that?
He wasn't proud with it anymore. He couldn't continue with it.
Oh, that's a shame. Well, I mean, the original Return to the Factory was great, so I think it's not too big of a deal, but I still would have been interested to see what he was going to do with that, considering how the 2.0 of the first Return to the Factory was. But I don't know. Did he ever, when he released the MFAs, like, did he ever, like, say what the plans for the 2.0 were going to be?
No, I'm not really sure. I may have to look at the post again. But later after this, I could DM you the post about it with the MFAs.
Okay, yeah, I'm interested in looking at that. I was always curious to see what he was gonna do with it. So, and
But he did show the game in some VCs, like the FNAW server.
Ah, okay.
And it was really good.
So it did look good. Okay.
It did, yeah.
Man, that's a shame. But I know he's working on the remastered main Wario's games. I know that's under development right now.
Oh yeah.
And they look great. It looks great. I think.
I'm definitely gonna play it, like stream it on my channel, most likely.
Yeah, 100%. I'll probably do videos or stream on the Live Genius. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I'm sure that's still pretty far away, so I have time to figure that out. But yeah, apparently some people were complaining that Wario looked too shiny in the one screenshot that was shown of him in the freezer room or whatever that room is in the first one. And I'm just like, okay, like, you're gonna dig that hard to find something wrong with it? It's like, okay, Wario's too shiny. Okay, like, why is that a problem to some people? I guess they don't want him to be shiny.
Wait, are you talking about the 1.0 with the poses?
No, there
Or
was this was a screenshot of how the remasters are going, and there was one screenshot of Wario in the freezing room, and he looks like he's apparently really shiny, and people were criticizing
oh,
that.
now I see what you mean. The close-up, yeah, okay. I see a bit of shininess, but like honestly, it looks pretty good. The pose, I really like how it's looking though. I cannot wait to see more of it. Luigi hanging though, if the sound changes, I'm seriously gonna scream on stream. But
Oh
I don't want to
man.
scare my cat.
Yeah, don't scare the cat. You can't be doing that. But I'm looking at the screenshots as well. Like, see, this is like a proper Five Nights at Wario's remastered. Do you remember the monstrosity that was the original Five Nights at Wario's remastered? Do you remember that? It was that really...
Oh yeah, I do. With
Yeah,
Luigi Kid, right? Voicing in it?
I think so. And it had Dementio in it for some reason.
Yeah.
That was very strange. And you couldn't even beat the knight, I don't think.
You know, the strangest part was, okay, I'm gonna say it's like Wario, like I don't have a problem with. Waluigi was too tall.
And wait, Waluigi was in the
Yes, there was like screenshots of it as well. Luigi had like a puppet mask, which I never understood. Mario had weird googly eyes, and Peach was replaced by Red Yoshi.
that and then you had Dementio in there too. I don't know what the developer was going for with that, but I'm glad that we never found out, because that sounds like it would have been just all over the place. That's just wow.
Speaking of the developer, Jeb actually told me something. I said, "What made you make Return to the Factory?" He said, "I wanted to make it better than Final Fantasy Warriors Remastered."
Well, that's a good place to start. He didn't, that's a low bar, but the fact that he cleared it so high is impressive. Because like I always thought Return to the Factory was like the definitive like Final Fantasy Warriors Remastered. It was like what Final Fantasy Warriors Remastered should have been, but it seems like he's going back and doing that again with the actual Final Fantasy Warriors Remastered. But we'll have to see how that stacks up. But Return to the Factory is a good game.
I feel like some of my friends that see Return to the Factory think that Andy remastered it, but I'm gonna tell them no, it's by Jeb Yoshi.
Yeah, if you wouldn't like, considering, I would think I would be able to tell, because after playing some of Jeb's games, he kind of has a very particular style when it comes to how things look, and I probably would be able to guess it was Jeb, because I mean, I don't know how like, because Andy hasn't made any particular new games since Five Shows at Wario's, so I don't know how that would compare, but I feel like I would know if it was Jeb.
Yeah, but Andy's been busy recently, but he's still around though, at least.
Yeah. All right, our next one is from Player. That's just his name, Player. What got you into...
Player?
Yes, he says, what got you into making games?
Oh, that's a good one. So back when I was 10 years old, I think 10 or 11. So around 2015, to be exact, when I was like 10 years old, and when I was playing some FNAF fan games with my brother, so one day I invited a friend over, and we were just playing Five Nights at Freddy's in the basement. And after that, when I went to do more research of it when he left, I found out there was fan games of it. The first fan game I've ever discovered actually was Five Nights at Wario's. And it was kind of an inspiration for me to make some games, because I was super addicted to the Mario series, and I still am though. But when I was younger, I used to make everything Mario related, for a birthday party and anything that I wanted to do. So basically that's kind of my story, how it got me into coding. Five Nights at Wario's and Mario related things.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's... Wario's, I think, was the second FNAF fan game that I ever played. The first one was the original Five Nights at Treasure Island. And I had commonly had gotten this wrong. I had thought that Five Nights at Treasure Island was the very first FNAF fan game, but apparently, I was never sure of it. Like over the years, I've always believed that it was the very first one, but somebody confirmed the other day that the actual first fan game was some 3D free roam one where you ran around like shooting the FNAF characters, like you had a gun. And I don't. Is that true? Because I somebody claimed that, but I wasn't sure if that was accurate or not. Because is that game still around? Does anybody know like what game that was and if that came before Treasure Island? Do you know anybody that knows that?
Wait, is it called like Wolf Game or something? Wait, I think I remember it.
I certainly
It's
don't.
like real life images and like people's houses and hold on. Let me get an image really quick.
Yeah, because
Hold on a second. No, wait. I can check on my Steam. I have it installed. Let me find it really quick.
wait, it was a Steam game?
Oh, is it called One Night Two Crazies?
I
hold
don't
on.
know. I mean,
Is it?
if it was
This
if it was released in 2014, then maybe.
It was this one, I remember.
I mean, look at what you sent me here.
But no, I have no idea though. But that game though, Justin actually told me about it, and he kept spamming me to play the game back then. But now we just moved on from it.
Huh. Yeah, but I'll just suffice to say, I will just comment that Treasure Island was one of the first. I think it was the second, if you want to get like super technical. But Wario's was the second FNAF fan game that I played on the channel, because with Treasure Island being the first. But yeah, it's I'll never forget playing that for the first time. And as I was telling Damien yesterday, or what was it, Taco Games? One of the I think it was Damien that I was telling them about my reaction to the first time seeing Peach in Night 3, and I don't remember why I got so scared by it. I guess it's because I'm just so desensitized to horror now that none of it scares me anymore. But back then, I just didn't play horror games. So, like, her, like, black eyes and such, like, really scared me. Did that scare you the first time you played it?
No. Here is something funny. So, back when I was first playing Five Nights at Wario's, when I first saw Wario and Waluigi, I said, what happened to the pupils? Why does Waluigi look like he has spider arms? And when I saw Luigi, I said, why did somebody pull his nose? And when I saw Peach, I just said nothing. But when I saw Mario, I'm like saying, why is his mustache and eyes floating? I never got scared from them. I was like, this is creative when I saw their models when I was younger.
Yeah, I don't remember any of the other characters scaring me. It was just Peach, the way that she was just there in the camera with like her black eyes. It was just something about it really freaked me, and I don't know why it was her in particular. But if you go back and watch the first ever video that I posted of it, like, I was legitimately like, oh my god, that's like the scariest thing ever, and like I titled the video like most scared I've ever been. And it's like, looking back on it, I'm just like, dude, how were you scared by that? But I wasn't desensitized to horror. So I saw a creepy looking image and it scared me probably more than it should have. So, like, I don't know, man. It was freaky. It still is. It's creepy. It's not like make you want to jump out of your seat scary or anything. But back then it was for me. I don't know why, but it definitely was.
No, here is something that scared me. Peach's footsteps and Luigi's sound when he's hanging. Like, one time I was asleep, and it was like 12 o'clock in the morning. I woke up to go to the bathroom. In the bathroom, I could have these sounds in my mind, and I feel like that there's someone hanging in my house back then. But now I'm just not scared of it. But when I was younger, I used to have these feelings. Somebody was hanging, like it was Luigi or any person, and that creepy sound was playing.
Oh man, yeah. Is it the actual like rope that was hanging, or was it like that really creepy sound effect, like the ooh, like that sound effect?
Something like that.
Yeah,
When I first saw Luigi hanging, I screamed, Luigi? Are you okay?
No, he clearly is not okay. Then he has not
No,
been.
I
For,
think
he's
I
not
think
been for the
Luigi.
entire series.
I think Luigi hung himself because Mario got more of the attention and LuigiAiden took over.
Yeah, sounds like it. But the Peach footsteps, yeah, when the high heels instead of the regular walking, like that's so freaky. I think like, dude, Andy, like the sound design in that game is one of its strengths. Honestly, makes it really a lot creepier than it probably would be otherwise.
Yeah, Andy was 17 when he made 5 Nights at Wario's the first time.
Oh, he hit it out of the park. I mean, like if you look at it now, it's I mean, it's kind of bland only because it's like the rest of the series. Like it pales in comparison to the other games, but at the time, like I mean, it was for a fan game, it was really well made. It still holds up. It hasn't aged the greatest, but I think it's still fine. I'd be down to go back and replay it. And of course, the remastered one, I'm definitely gonna play. So
same here. The second one though gave me some fears. Bowser when I first saw him.
oh man, yeah, Bowser looking in the window at you. Ooh, that was creepy.
Yeah, and Toad as well. When I first saw him, I'm like, oh my god.
Toad, man. Gosh, with the sharp teeth.
You know, remember that video when Game Salmon broke the game from Toad when he got jump scared, just went to the back room right away and didn't die?
Yes, I think I do remember that. Gosh, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. But Toad, in my opinion, is probably one of those characters that I hate the most for models. I mean, I like Toad in general, but for models though, he scares me sometimes.
Yeah, he's the teeth he has in that game are something else.
I guarantee you're gonna be shocked when you see his model for Brand New Timeline 3. I have not revealed it, and I plan not to until the game is out. I'm keeping him hidden until the game is out.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to that then.
Sounds good.
All right, our next question is from Lone Star Games Studios. How did you learn to code?
Oh, how I first learned to code, actually. Yes, this is actually a good one. So, back then, I had Scratch, and I used to code a lot when I was on Scratch, and the first thing I coded was this small little game called 5 Nights at Mario's, and it had Mario, Luigi, Peach, either Yoshi or Toad in it, and it was like FNAF 1 base style. But I did learn some ways by some YouTube videos that helped out, but unfortunately I do not have the game anymore.
Gotcha. Yeah, it seems like a lot of people learn to code in Scratch, and it seems like that's and I was actually Damien from last episode. He learned how to do it, how to code in Scratch, and he's his recent games have been in Scratch. But that seems like a good place to start.
Damien's top 1 for Scratch games, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, I mean like Genius Night 1 and 2 are really good, and the most recent one that I played, Next Night by Robster, that was also made in Scratch, and it plays really well. If you know what you're doing in Scratch, you can make some pretty good games off of what they have. But they're people that you can tell are inexperienced. There's some Scratch games out there that are not great, but hey, you know, you gotta start somewhere.
I did see you play some Scratch games, though, like the 2 Nights at Bud's Mansions games. They were okay, in my opinion.
Yeah, those are. I remember playing them. Yeah, they play well enough, and I enjoy those. I hated. Apparently, there was a third 2 Nights at Bud's Mansion that was going to be made, but it was canceled, and I hated that it was canceled because I would have been interested to see what that would have been like. But yeah.
But I have the games of it, and I want to mod it to my best friend in a outfit he is in, and add some of his voice lines of him screaming, and add the funniest images of him for the game, if I mod it.
Oh boy, that sounds interesting. Definitely do that.
Yeah. But for coding now, I just say like I've always sticked with ClickTeam ever since like 2021.
Gotcha. All right, our next one is from Moonbit57. What is your favorite FNAF fan game?
Oh, that's a tricky one, but a good one at the same time. Yeah, so if I'm honest here, I have 3 on my mind. So, first it's of course Five Nights at Wario's because I'm still addicted to the Mario series. 2, Five Nights at Candy's, and 3 is Maxonite.
Yeah, those are pretty good choices there. I have a hard time figuring out what my favorite is. It's really down to Five Nights at Wario's 3, or 4. 4 is actually probably closer to me. 3 and 4 are very close.
Origins is top 1 for me.
Origins is good too. Five Nights at the Krusty Krab Chapter 3, I really like that one.
Never played it.
You should. You should definitely play it. It's really good. And Maxonite 2 Remastered. Those are some of my top. I really like those. And there are a lot of other good ones that I played that I can't think of off the top of my head right now, but those are probably my top 4 or 5.
You know, I gotta watch your Maxonite 2 Remastered videos.
Yes, you should. They're definitely, you can tell they're in an era on the channel. Like you always can tell like the time period of my videos. Like they stick out in terms of when they were posted. Like you can tell when they were posted in 2016. You could tell the 2017 videos and the 2018 videos, and the 2019 ones are very distinct, and the same with 2020, and 2021 was filled with a bunch of streams. But and then as of right now, like you can tell, like in the 2022, 2023 era, they all have like a distinct look to them, which I think is kind of cool, actually.
They do. Honestly, replaying those games in 2023 still feels good.
You know, it really does, and I might do that at some point. So,
yeah, maybe one day I'll do a stream replaying old games one day and just choose those ones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely try Krusty Krab Chapter 3. That's a very good one. So,
I'm ready to scream.
You probably will.
Yeah, no wonder why I'm Luigi.
And our last one for the community tab is from Curtis Vollert. What inspired you to make games, and what is your end goal?
What inspired me to make games, actually, was WW Wario, Malrat, and even Emil Mako, and Scott Cawthon. And my end goal, honestly, I still want to code and stuff, but a goal I'm trying to reach, this is actually something for real life, is be a famous actor for movies or be a bass guitarist for a band.
Hey, those are nice goals, man. I definitely salute you on that. Like a famous actor, dude, famous actor. That would be cool to be in a movie. And then I've always thought about starting my own band. That would have been interesting. If you're looking for a drummer, if you end up starting your own band, I'd be down because
Oh yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I'd be down to get back into drumming. So yeah, hit me up if you do start a band and you're looking for a guy to play drum set.
Well, for sure though.
All right.
But I did have a name in mind before the next one. For the band, I did plan like Blue Spades at first, but I'm kind of scrapping it at the moment.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Gotcha. All right, let's move on to our Twitter ones. We only have a couple on Twitter this time around. Again, if you guys would like to be on the show, be sure to look out for these things, and I do a tweet every single time, so be sure to keep an eye out on those. Our first one on Twitter is from the Kirby Genius. What are some things in your games that you look back on and wish you could do better?
Oh, Kirby buddy. Oh, speaking of, he just DM'd me. That's funny.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, he said, how's the interview going? But I'm just going to answer him after. But yeah, here is something I look back into. Maybe some of the text and stuff in some of the poses. But yeah, because the brand new Timeline games, the first and second are getting 1.5s, and all poses are being remade, and some are staying. I'm keeping a few Luigi ones, but remaking the others, because Luigi I do not have any problem with. Like, he's always fine with me, but like Wario and Waluigi, it depends. But like, if I see something, for example, I don't like, I would just change it right away. Because, for example, it'd be like too big, or just like doesn't fit that much, or like not a good shadow effect or something like that when you look back into it. Sometimes when you look back into it, you realize you could do better with balancing sometimes. That's what I think.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that's pretty much it then, when it just particularly just poses and stuff?
Yeah, and even like I want to work on balancing too, and fixing bugs that people report actually. Because usually for me, if I'm honest here, like I would just like look for them when I play the game for myself.
Gotcha. Okay, and then our other one on Twitter is from Goliath178. What Mario game would you consider to be the best and worst, excluding spin-offs like Mario Kart?
Oh my god, this is a tricky one. Because I played so much Mario games, but for top one, for the Mario games of the series, I have to say Mario Kart.
Well, he said excluding spin-offs like Mario Kart, so like mainline Mario games.
Oh, okay, if I'm being honest, I don't really know. Like, I like all the Mario games I played. Like, Mario Bros. Is a good one.
Right.
And there's also Mario Party. I love Mario Party.
You want to know what my favorite is?
Sure.
Galaxy.
Galaxy is S tier.
It's so good, man. It's like that's like by far one of the greatest. I think it's better than Odyssey, honestly. I mean, Odyssey is a great game, but if you're looking at like again, like it holds up really well considering it's from 2007. It's got great graphics for the time, and just the story and the way that everything is presented and all that. It's so good. And again, Odyssey is great, but Galaxy's better in my opinion.
Oh, since we're talking about Mario, I just thought about my most favorite one, like top one. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Mario 3D World.
I never played 3D World, and I need to do that.
It's really good. And speaking of that, I have Cat Luigi from the game on my shelf, a figure of it.
Cool. Yeah, I know that it's on Switch. The Bowser's Fury extension.
Oh yeah, that's a really good one.
Yeah, I need to. I mean, if you guys would be interested in seeing me do that, I might get the game. But is it on sale or is it still like full $60? Because I don't know. I mean, I might want to get it at a discount.
No idea. But maybe if you get it, you could do streams with people. And like, I'd be down to like join it though, like play with you on stream. Dude,
multiplayer stream series? That sounds like it would be fun.
Yeah. But for Mario 3D World, what I really love though is collecting the stamps and stuff. That's really fun. And like the world, and there's also the Sprixie Princesses. Those are really cool. Instead of like you just defeat like a boss and you just go with it, like you just rescue a Sprixie Princess too after you defeat a boss, which is awesome.
Gotcha. And something that I always liked about 3D World, even though I didn't play it, I had seen some stuff about it. It kind of changes it up a little bit. Like Bowser is still the main villain, but it's not the stereotypical kidnapping Peach thing. It's he's going after these like sprite princesses, and I guess is it explained later on why he's doing that?
I think so, but I cannot remember though.
Okay. Well, if I do decide to play it, I'm sure I'll figure it out then. But yeah, multiplayer stream series on the channel, I would be down to do that. That sounds like a lot of fun, actually.
They cannot take Luigi from me.
No, you can be Luigi. That's fine.
Yeah. Like one day, like I have to join it though.
Yeah, I'll look into that and see if I can do that.
Awesome.
All right, let's move on to our Discord questions. These will be the last ones for this episode. Our first one is from TJ. Questions for LuigiAiden. Well, what led you to start developing Five Nights at Wario's fan games?
Oh, okay, this is a good one. WW Wario, Chief Beef, I don't think you know who he is, but he's one of the guys who made one of the first FNAW fan games, Five Nights at Wario's Reimagined, with the SFM models and stuff.
I have not heard of him, but so he and Andy were the main inspirations.
Yes.
And what was the first? Was Brand New Timeline the first one that you made, or was there another one before that?
No, it wasn't. It was Five Nights at Wario's rebooted, but like I'm not even proud of it. Like it's really bad.
Well, hey, you had to start somewhere.
Yeah, but Brand New Timeline though, like around August 2021, I actually was planning on my vacation trip with my brother. We were just talking about it and even writing ideas down about what we could do for it. Because to me, I did not want to do like the main timeline, like we just go like from FNAW 1, 2, 3, Origins, and 4. I was like, what if we start with Origins 1, 2, like Origins 1, 2, and 3. But like I'm skipping 4 because like I'm not sure to be honest, but Yeah, I'm just doing my own timeline and stuff.
Well, 4 wouldn't really make sense in that context because if you're going for a new timeline, in the original timeline, 4 takes place in in a nightmare that Richard McRoy is having. So if it's a different timeline that it like plays out differently, maybe like Wario's 4 never happened in that timeline. I don't know what you're planning on it being, but like if you make, brand new timeline 4, maybe you could have like some differences, maybe include some elements from 4, but not entirely the same. I don't know what you're planning on doing, but whatever you do, I am interested to see, but maybe go at it at a different context.
Here's a hint. Luigi in a FNAW 2 fan game, brand new timeline 3.
That's right, you told me about that. So that's what makes your timeline different, because the
Yes.
original Wario's 2, Luigi possesses the
Richard.
Yeah, because Richard's the phone guy in the second one. And then Luigi isn't seen again until 3. And then the reason why Peach is not in that one is because Peach possesses Richard. And so, yeah, I remember doing my my every Wario's game ranked video, and I talked about like how bad I feel for Richard because he goes through it in that series. Like he goes through the events of the first one, and then has nightmares about what he went through in the first one in Wario's 4, and then he goes to work at Wario's 2 and then gets possessed by Luigi, and then possessed again in Wario's 3 by Peach. And then he escapes, like the curse is lifted after you get the good ending, and then he gets gunned down by the cops. It's like, dude, like
It's
poor
sad.
dude.
Yeah, but like in my timeline though, I feel like after Richard experienced that factor, I feel like he joins WarioWare Inc. because he recognizes the name Wario and he wants a new job. But when he realizes he gets like Thomas Taylor, for example, and like he's staying there for like, let's just say for example like 5 nights, and when he realizes it's 6 nights or 7 nights, he just wants to play a game to make him suffer just like how he did. But like no possessing, like maybe there could be just a cutscene where Richard's just like, oh, what if I maybe play this game on the young Thomas? He can feel my pain. Like that.
And what you could do is, to make it make more sense, you could have like the factory's kind of like evil nature is kind of affecting him. He's not being possessed, but it's I can't remember. Did you ever see The Shining?
I did.
So I haven't seen the full movie. Is Jack Nicholson's character, is he possessed and that's what's making him evil, or is it just the evil influence of the hotel like affecting him?
I have to rewatch the movie again, but I don't remember. It could be like the evilness of like the hotel going. I may have to ask my stepdad or mother about it, since like they're Jack Nicholson experts and I'm not.
Yeah, if you went with that, if that was the explanation, that like the WarioWare's like evil nature from all like the evil spirits in there are like affecting his mind, I think that would be a cool explanation for why he decides to make, Thomas Taylor suffer, because that would make more sense to me.
Oh yeah, for sure. And imagine like adding one of Richard just like saying, "Here's Richard," and Thomas is screaming.
That could be a post-credit scene. Just like
I could do that. I could do that for a teaser of the remake of Brand New Timeline 3.
Yeah, that would work. You should definitely do that. Would be hilarious, and it would also be a legitimate teaser to let people know that that's what that's going to be like.
For sure.
All right, our next one on Discord is from Kebabs. What cuisines do you enjoy?
Oh my god, don't get me started on food, please.
Well, we're started on food. Too late.
Okay, it's fine. But if I'm being honest here, spaghetti is one. I also like steak, burgers, and pizza. Those are one of my favorites, though. It's really hard for me with food. But like, if I have to go for like most favorite cuisine, it has to be any type of spaghetti.
Hey, spaghetti's good, man. I don't blame you on that. I'm sure you know what my favorite is.
What is it again? Oh, come on, what is it?
It's chicken wings.
Oh, yo! Okay, now that I'm thinking of it... Okay, yeah, because my best friend likes chicken wings too, so I got to remember that.
Yeah, and that's why the main like gimmick in Five Nights with Bud Rebooted is ringing the doorbell to make Bud think that the wings are there. That's kind of his whole like mechanic in that game. But yeah, chicken wings are definitely my favorite. You can't go wrong with them. But you know, pizza and burgers are great. I'm more of a I like grilled chicken. That's a great thing I like to eat, and I've been eating a lot healthier as of late, and I try to eat more protein. And grilled chicken is like a really, really good source of protein. Like chicken has a lot of protein in it. So
Oh, for sure.
I liked baked chicken and grilled chicken, and whenever I go to like restaurants, I try to see if they have like grilled chicken tenders. And but yeah, it's good stuff, man. And recently, for breakfast, if I decide to go out for breakfast, I go to Waffle House and I get their sausage, egg, and cheese hash brown bowl. Waffle House hash browns are next level, dude. I don't know if you've had them before, but they are so good.
This is gonna disappoint you. There's no Waffle House in Canada.
That's right, you live in Canada. Oh, man. Canada doesn't have Waffle House.
I know.
Well,
But
if you do
were
come
hash
to the
browns so good?
United States at some point, find a Waffle House and try their hash browns. They're so good.
Oh, for sure. You know, there's a hash brown that I actually tried at a Canadian place, Tim Hortons. Like sometimes you just get like a wrap or something with like bacon, eggs, something like that, and then you get a hash brown on the side with it. It's really good.
Yeah, I'm not really the biggest hash brown guy, which is why the hash brown bowl or the hash browns in general from Waffle House always surprise me because like I've just never preferred hash browns, but if I am gonna have them, they've got to be a Waffle House. So if you ever do come to America, you gotta stop by a Waffle House. It's very good.
I'm not sure which state I want to go next time I come to America.
Yeah,
I do plan. I'm not really sure. Like somewhere in the South. I'm not sure where. Maybe North Carolina or South Carolina. I don't know.
yeah. I am in Mississippi right now, so I'm in a southern state, and I will say that it's very boring. Not a lot goes on in Mississippi. So if you're looking for a more exciting southern state, I would say that, yeah, North or South Carolina is good. I think Tennessee is a pretty good state, too. But
Yeah, Tennessee is not bad.
But yeah, Mississippi is just so boring. Nothing happens here, man. It's like, ugh. Like, I mean,
Texas is on that one thing where you got to be careful.
yeah, for obvious reasons. But yeah, so if you do end up visiting one of those states, definitely let me know how it is. And let me know if you get to a Waffle House. You try the hash browns.
No, I do plan to move in the States in the future, depending on what job I have.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me know if you do that.
Oh, for sure.
All right, our next questions are from Damien Gamer, the guy I had on last time. So his first one is, how did you get into game development as a whole, which I think you had answered previously.
Yeah, Damien, I answered previously, buddy. Now I'm gonna DM you later.
And then the second one was, how did you find out about Five Nights at Wario's? When did you first discover Five Nights at Wario's? I think that's how he's asking, like how you came about finding it.
Fusion Z Gamer.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't watched him in a long time. I remember watching him a little bit, but I kind of fell out of it. But do you still watch him?
Every time when I was younger, Fusion Z Gamer, I used to watch him before bed sometimes when I was younger.
Yeah, I don't remember. I watched him a little bit. I think there were a few times that I watched him to get some kind of, because like if I didn't know how to get through or didn't know how to do a certain thing in like a FNAF fan game, I would watch him and figure out how to do it. But yeah, he was always so quick on the new like fan games. He would be on it like within like a little while, like less than an hour after a new fan game comes out, he's already got videos up on it. I don't know how he did it so fast.
He's a god.
Apparently is. I remember when the Five Nights at Candy's 3 trailer first dropped. Man, that was a long time ago. I remember I did a trailer reaction on it.
That still gives me chills. Five Nights at Candy's 3.
That's such a good game. But yeah, I remember the trailer reaction I did to Five Nights at Candy's 3. That was one of the first videos that I ever made that got like a bunch of views. I remember it getting so many views. And
is this still your popular video?
No, it's no, far from it actually. But at the time, yes. But it's got like how many views does it have? I don't remember. It's got maybe like 13,000 or something. But I mean, I could just go to my most popular videos and probably probably find it. But let's scroll down here. Let's see if it shows up. Oh, I'm scrolling down very far. It probably doesn't have as many as I remember.
Okay.
Where is it? Where is it? I know you're
I
down
think
here
the years
somewhere.
went fast.
They certainly did, man.
Yeah.
I'm not even seeing it here. It's somewhere. I think it got I know it got more than 10,000, and I'm pretty sure it did. But I'm not seeing it down here. Maybe it got less than I remember. Unless maybe did I miss it? I'm determined to find this because okay, so here's another one at the time that did really well. It was the original Five Nights at Sonic's World that Babs made. I remember the video I made. It was called The Final Boss. It was like part 9 of the series, and it got like 11,000 views. And that at the time was a ton of views for me. Like that was a lot back then because I only had like less than 2,000 subscribers. So. Ah, here it is. Okay, yeah. 14,000 views as of now. 6 years ago,
Not bad.
dude. 6 years ago, man. It was longer than that, actually. When was this posted?
Well, how old was I 6 years ago? I'm trying to count.
June 19th, 2016. So in
Okay, so I was 11.
in June, that would have been 7 years ago. 2016 was 7 years ago, man. Good lord.
That's crazy.
I know. But yeah, that is pretty freaking crazy. And yeah, I would have been, how old was I back then? 18? Yeah, I would have been 18. Man, and I'm going to be 25 this year. That's crazy.
I already turned 18 this year.
Yep, and I'm going to be 25 in April. I'm going to be halfway through my 20s. Dude, time is going by too fast, and I don't like it. It needs to slow down.
Yeah, honestly. Just slow it down. Like, if you had powers to pause it, I just do it and just go anywhere I want.
Yeah, I know. Don't we all wish we had that?
Yep.
All right, our next one is from a Kong, and he has 2 questions. The first one is there something that makes you really stressed out when developing games?
Yes, depends on what's up. It's maybe the AI coding and stuff. Because sometimes when you code the AIs, you get this anxiety in you that will make you get nervous of AIs being broken or bugging. And it's even the graphics too. Graphics are most important as well.
Yeah, I can see why that would be stressful. I mean, if I was making something like that, that would always be like on my mind, like because I can imagine that there's a lot that goes into AI. Because I remember watching Mallrat make Financial Bud Rebooted, and there's something about it. Like he was making a particular, it was Night 5. It was Pigsty's mechanic. And I will never forget watching him do that. And the fact that he was checking so many boxes and doing all these little things, and it was a headache just watching. And I couldn't even imagine the stress he was going through. So I can understand making all that stuff work and it being stressful. There's a lot that goes into that. So I commend you for all the work you have to do with that. There's a lot to it.
Yeah, it just like I don't like speed run through coding and stuff. I just slow it down so I won't rush anything.
Mm-hmm. And then Kong's other question is, have you ever thought of making more games or other video game fan games other than FNAF related stuff?
Actually, yes, I do have a side project about the band The Monkeys from the 60s. It's gonna be like a Mario Bros type game, Mario Bros 2 actually.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and I have not touched it in some days, but I do want to get some of those 8-bit sprites so I can make them work and stuff and make it like Mario Bros 2.
You know what? You had showed me a screenshot of that. That's right. You're currently working on that right now. Yeah, I'm interested to see how that turns out. It looks cool.
You know, the band itself has really good music.
Gotcha. I'll have to listen to it. What's it called again?
The Monkeys. I'll type it out for you so you won't make an error with it. It's something like that. Like no Y's but replaced with an E.
Okay. I'll have to give that a listen. I'll look at what you just sent. The Monkeys. All right. I'll have to look into that. All right. And our next one is from Wheat Chips. How is the brand new Timeline 3 going?
It's okay so far. Just been taking some breaks because mostly I've been busy at a job I'm at, a restaurant job, and I'm even hanging around with friends on Discord and even real life sometimes, and studying for a school play. But I'll
Gotcha.
get back into it sometimes. Sometimes on my weekends, I would just work on it, and it's going okay.
Are you gonna do a demo, or you're just gonna release the whole thing when it's done?
I honestly prefer releasing the whole things because it's much easier. Because if I show a demo, I feel like I'm gonna get like pounded on for criticism and stuff. But like, I do take it well. But like demos, in my opinion, I prefer my games to have more of it, like the full things.
Yeah, that's understandable. And yeah, demos are always just too short to me. I could beat them in like 10
Yeah.
minutes, and you end up wanting more, and then there's not more, and so it's kind of disappointing.
It's like those 5-year-old kids asking developers for more things.
Man, that still happens, and it's sad. It's
I
like-
know.
All right, our next one is from JWL412 Gamer. Are you as determined as other Wario fan game devs?
I'm not really sure, to be honest. That's a hard one to answer.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they mean like, are you like, as like determined to make like I'm not sure what that means actually. I mean, just you're always determined as a developer. I guess they're saying like, are you like just as determined as anybody else who makes fan games like Teiji and Ray the Ree and such.
Yeah, plus I'm actually friends with those people. They're pretty cool, actually.
They definitely seem like cool guys. I'm probably gonna have Teiji on this show later on if he's down. So
Yeah. Ray as well, like maybe you could get into him, or maybe I could ask Ray about it later in DMs.
if he's down, then yeah, I'd love to get some more details on
Ray
it.
is a really creative guy and really cool. And he's
I
fun
know.
to talk with.
Dude, the Abandoned Factory Zero is one of the coolest looking Wario's fan games I've seen in a long time.
It is.
So,
It is.
but yeah, I'd be down to have him on the show if he's down as well. So we'll have to see on that.
Sounds good.
All right, our next ones are from Nintendo Boy. In your experience, do you think you've improved as a developer?
Yes, definitely.
Gotcha. And his other question, how has your cat been?
Right now, I think he's asleep in his cat tree, but he's doing pretty good.
And you said his name was, what, Valentino?
Yeah, Valentino.
Where did you come up with that name?
Oh no, it was already given to him. I found him online.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And
He's doing pretty well.
how old is he?
He's 3. Oh, speaking of, my door just opened for my food, and he just peeked from his hole.
Oh, yeah. My cat Winston is doing well. For anybody wondering, I don't get to pet him really anymore because he always runs away from me and hisses and growls because my fiance's dog, who is also named Winston, that was a big thing that we found out when we first started talking. We found out that our pets were named the exact same. And that was a sign, I think, for us. We were like, the fact that our pets are literally named the same, and they even look similar. Like Winston has he's kind of an orange cat, but he's also got he also kind of looks like a cinnamon bun when he's like curled up. But
my cat's a tuxedo.
yeah, I saw. And then dog Winston. That's how we differentiate the two.
I got 2 dogs.
Yeah, dog Winston is a similar color. And it's just like, that's such a weird parallel that we have dogs, like a cat and dog, that are named the same and look similar color-wise. Like, what are the odds of that? Like, out of everybody I could have met.
You know, I have 2 dogs, and one is black, and one is white, and the cat is black and white.
Boy, like seriously, like some of these things just have to be up to fate to happen. I mean, it's just too much of a coincidence.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
good news. The cat is pretty good, and he seems to like the house. He likes me, and he likes my dogs.
Oh, good. The cat liking the dogs. That's always a plus.
Yep.
All right, our next one is from Vinch. Should we expect any form of Easter eggs in any possible form of future games?
Maybe. Like, you'll probably see some of the Easter eggs. Maybe I might add a secret mini-game thing for my games where you have to enter a code in the custom night menu, or you have to click something when you're playing the game, like in the office or on a camera.
Doing them in the cameras is always, like, fun, because, it's another element that has you paying attention to the stuff in the cameras and looking in the cameras. It gives you a purpose, so I'd be down to see you try that.
Oh, for sure. I'll definitely consider a brand new Timeline 3.
Awesome. All right, and then our last one, but certainly not least, from Super Disco Ball 7. Why do you like Luigi so much?
We're going back in time now. Okay, so what made me like Luigi? Okay, so back it was 2012 of January, when I was gonna play a Mario game, and somebody took Mario, because back then Mario was, I used to love Mario a lot, but like when I started playing Luigi, I just like played him, but then the next day I just kept playing him, and then when I realized who my favorite Mario character was, it was Luigi, and I also liked him from the Luigi's Mansion series, and his powers and stuff, and his voice too. And even what I like about Luigi is like he jumps higher, and I also like the Year of Luigi things too. It's the best.
Yeah, I remember the Year of Luigi thing, but it's funny how, like, Nintendo wanted to show respect to Luigi, so they made an incredibly hard version of Mario Bros. U in honor of Luigi. Because I've heard it's, like, super duper hard.
I beat it before, actually.
Is it hard compared to? Because I never played Mario Bros. U, and I probably should at some point. But is it hard
In my
compared?
opinion, though, for me, used to be, but not really.
I feel like I'm decent at Mario, so I might play. I mean, I might get U Deluxe and play that to begin with. I might stream that or something, and yeah, I might ask that on my channel. Like, would y'all be interested in seeing me play New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe? Because I don't know why I never played it, but I can. If y'all want me to, we'll have to see. But
I'd be down to see it.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Maybe in my new house.
Yeah, and I maybe give you some tips on Discord just in case you don't know where some things are.
Yeah, you'll probably be my guide on that if I need help.
Oh, for sure. And I do have the game myself, and I think I want to replay it since you just mentioned it.
All right, I might look it up on the eShop, and maybe there's a discount on it. I might grab it because it's a few years old now, so maybe it's not as expensive as it used to be.
Yeah, for Canada though, it was like $79.
Dude, Tears of the Kingdom is going to be $70. My money. Like, I don't know if you heard about that, but like that's apparently it's going to be Nintendo's first $70 game, and that sucks.
I'm not sure about Canada. It could be $90 if I'm honest.
What do you think about that? Because people were like, apparently that's like controversial, and it's
Nintendo just wants more money if I'm honest.
To be honest, they don't have a lot of like moneymaker like game series anymore. Like Zelda and Mario are still their biggest moneymakers. But all I'll say is I'm still gonna buy Tears of the Kingdom. Like, I'm not gonna not buy it because it's $70. I can drop $70 on something if need be. But there better be enough content in that game to justify the price. And it looks like there will be. Like, we'll be able to explore the entire Land of Hyrule again, along with Underground and In the Sky. So I would imagine there's going to be enough stuff in there to justify $70, but it better be like that, because if it's not worth the price, then I'm going to be a little upset.
I think my brother's going to play that game, though. But I actually did get something new on my Switch yesterday. The Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games.
Dude, I need to do that. I need to do that and play like the old Game Boy Advance stuff. Like, I can go back and play the remastered Mario Bros. 3, play Zelda the Minish Cap. There's a bunch of things I can play now, and I gotta
The remastered Mario Bros. 3. I played that yesterday with my best friend. Yeah. And we just kept laughing at each other because we did some accidents. Like, when we jump, we accidentally hit a Goomba or fall into a pit.
Playing with friends is the best. It's so fun.
Yeah, for sure. But I also played the Mario and Luigi Superstar Sega game.
Oh, how is that?
It's really good. I like it.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that. I may play it as well if people are interested in seeing it.
I want to do it on my channel one day if I get a capture card for my Switch.
Yeah, definitely do that. All right, well, that concludes all of our questions. So I appreciate y'all sending in the stuff. And again, if you guys are interested in being on future episodes, be sure to keep an eye out for my posts on Twitter and community tab and on Discord. I don't know who I'm going to interview next. I will figure it out down the road. But this is probably going to be one of the last videos y'all are going to be seeing from me until I get into my new house. So I'll catch you guys after my break, and I'll do a house tour, and y'all are going to see what the new studio is going to look like, and I'm super excited. But it's going to be a new chapter for me, and I'm looking forward to it, and hope to see you guys on that journey along with me. But Aiden, appreciate you coming on the show, man. This was fun. I'm going to link your stuff in the description. I know I'll link your Twitter. I'll link your Game Jolt. Is there any other links you want me to put in there, too?
Maybe Discord server. I don't know.
I don't even I should probably join your Discord server. I don't think I'm in it. But
it's not really that active sometimes.
Well, I'll link it there. And
all right.
But yeah, thank you guys for listening, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'll see you guys in my new house, because again, this is likely going to be the last video from me until then. So I will see you guys then. Have a good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. I said that backwards, but you know what I mean. So catch you guys later. Peace out. Bye-bye.
Take care.